And here we are, kids, again. We're on episode 3 of what's the show called? Why can I never remember the name?
How we got this way.
Something like that, yeah.
I'm like, how did we end up here? Yeah, I always have to look it up. It's episode 3. We're still getting our footing. I'm a little slow. It's been a long week.
We're finding our groove.
Yeah. How's everybody feeling? What did you guys think after? Did everybody watch the show last Monday? What did you think? How'd you feel about seeing yourself on camera?
It's mortifying.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be like, hey, look, I sound like that. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
So I did watch it all the way through.
Yeah.
And I sounded the way I felt last week. So sometimes you just have a day when your head and your mind and body are totally not connected.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That was last week for me, where I was like, so we're doing this. All right. Okay. I felt like I was on delay. Yeah. But no, I thought it was a good first
that's
show.
why I loved it. Yeah. Well, it was really our second, because we started with you, me, and Bryen, and just kind of threw it together, and then we're like, oh, we didn't have a name. Went into the second show really without a name. Yeah, it was the pilot.
So, let's talk about some changes before we talk about our week. Let's talk about some things that happened related to the show in the past week. So we found a name, right?
Yeah, we have a name. Oh dear.
The way we were.
I can't pull. I didn't think pull that up. Oh
No,
dear. Have mercy.
It's really good when you want people to remember it when we don't.
Right. And you know what the great part is? I wonder if
how we ended up this way. How we ended up this way. It's
right. with memory loss.
Right.
I can't show it. It's behind us though. It's behind us, guys. It's there. You guys can't see it, but it is behind us. You can see a little bit of the words.
And we are all on either side of 40. So I mean, memory problems in middle age are real. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How we ended up this way. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about that, Jeffrey. How did we get to that name? We're going to give credit to Dana, right?
What, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was all.
Yeah. It was you.
No. Oh, you guys. Get out of here.
Because that's really what we're going to talk about, right? Is like who we are today, how we got here, major life events, small life events. And then what's the second part? What's your emoji?
Yeah.
Oh, she scared me. I was like, oh, I wasn't prepared. I didn't study.
I was like, wait, there's a second part.
He's like, there's a second
I was like,
part,
listen, all I know is that I'm like, after watching last week, I'm not swearing. That's what I came to do this week. I'm like, holy guacamole. I'm ready. Jumping Jehoshaphat. Here we go. Yes. And then Kelly and I were like, okay, we need a thing. So, and Kelly's like, what about, when you go to the doctor? Go ahead, tell. It was genius.
Okay, so a couple of things. So, like, when you do a check-in with somebody, how you feeling today? What's going on with you? And I said, oh my gosh, there's a bunch of apps that I use that the first thing they ask you is, let's just check in. How you feeling? And they give you some emojis to choose from. And I'm like, you know what? With all of us and our varying emotions, what a great way to start the show. I mean, half the time we're all the emojis from moment to moment. But I think it's a really good way for our listeners to get to know us and to understand that we're not all on one station all the time. Right? Mm-hmm. So, Jeffrey, do you have what that looks like, our emojis? Do we have those?
Sure do. So you guys may have been seeing it pop up on the Uncensored Radio page. But so here it is. So this is what we're going to... Oh, I hit the button too many times.
There
I apologize.
Yeah.
So this is what we're going to do. So let's all check in, right? Where are we all at? What's going on?
Okay, so first of all, I have some questions. What does number 5 mean? I've never used that emoji.
That's horrifying.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I really haven't.
Like that's really crazy cold sweat, kind of like your blood is draining out of your skull.
Okay, all right. I've got 8.
I wanted to get some like different ones in there. You know what I mean?
No, they're good. I'm just you know how like for those of us that use Apple anyway, like it has the ones you use most frequently when you're texting. I I've never used 5. I haven't.
Oh, I have.
You have. Okay. And
Really?
so, yeah. So is like 9 like mind blown?
Oh yeah.
I'm showing my age here.
Yeah, or
I should
to
bring
me,
my
like,
kids
just like
in
I had
and
a
ask them,
horrible
like, what do
day.
these mean? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Just
like
very,
for me,
very
I took
shocking.
10 as like 10, like I don't know what the hell I'm doing today. I'm just pondering life,
Oh,
or
that's
like,
my
you know, I don't.
that's my baseline, Jeff. I
Hmm.
live at 10. I
Yeah.
live at 10.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we're working on Xing out 8, at least for the show. But it doesn't mean we don't have those thoughts, right?
Very
Right.
true.
Right.
Sure.
All right. And walk me through the difference between 2 and 3.
Oh, they're very similar.
Two
Yeah.
is sad, right? But the other one's like,
Well, maybe we need the upside down face for one of them.
So 2 is sad. Is 3 like loud sad?
Yeah,
Like,
I think 3
it's
is like you were expecting something.
I think 2, 3, 4
Yeah.
are progressively sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You started out a
4
little
is
bit.
like, okay, wait. No, 4 is like Oprah ugly cry. You know what I mean?
For
Like 2 or what? Wait, what? No, I don't even remember the numbers. Okay,
Yeah,
let's go back.
we got
2
two.
is just
two-
like your bums,
Two
like,
is
oh,
like,
you know.
2 is like you peed in my Cheerios. I'm not so happy about it.
Yeah, like whatever. You know what I mean? Not that bad. Whatever. 3 is like, oh, come on.
Yeah, like why?
And 4 is like,
That's like you stepped on a Lego.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, ugly cry. It's not good.
That's been my
kids.
day
It gets
today.
better because let me wait. I gotta try to do it. There's so many buttons to click here. This is hard to do when you're. I don't know how the boys do it on the Thursday night show when we're
talking
live.
and
This is
clicking.
a whole big thing. Yeah. It's not. I'm not good like doing that, and I don't even know where it is now. I lost it. I swear I'll get better at this. I'm sorry. Okay, wait. So here's this, right? So we've got merch, kids. And it's not just, so if you go there on the website, you'll see stuff that says UCR Live. You have our little cartoons from Thursday's show and things. But then you can go, and there'll be more as time goes on. So we've got the Let's Check In, hashtag what's your emoji. So if you're watching the show, you're checking us out, if you're on Twitter, you're on Instagram, share this meme with people and hashtag what's your emoji. Let us know. You know what I'm saying? Like put the smiley face in and hashtag us, kids. So you can get on coasters, you can get it on t-shirts, there's hoodies, there's stickers that are like $1.99, there's coffee mugs, there's water containers. Oh yeah, here's things. There's masks, there's women t-shirts. You know, there's all kinds of, I think there's 46 or something like that different products you can get that on. So right now, that's the only thing up there for this show. But there is also naughty shirts up there if you're interested.
But a lot's happened in a week, right?
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. We've been busy. So you can go right there to redbubble.com/people/UCR live/shop.
And we'll also
check it
just
out.
post it, right? I mean, we'll post a link so people aren't having to remember that, right? Because I wouldn't remember that.
Yeah, no. You'd think that
Well, we can't
it would
remember
make
the
it
title
easier,
of the show,
but nothing
I
is.
know.
Right. Every
Here's
time
a
I've
clue.
gone to make a graphic or anything for the show, I've had to be like, what is it called? And then at one point I made something and I realized I made it and went to go post it and realized I didn't put the right title and had to quickly delete it before it went out. I'm like, It
If
wasn't.
that doesn't just reinforce the whole theme,
That's great.
it really is.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's on brand for us. It is.
Yeah. Well, I've got like kids going in one ear, my phone's going off in the other. I'm like, what's happening? What's going on? And then I've got these rednecks delivering a treadmill and they're putting it, and I'm trying to listen to them in the background and make sure they're not swiping something out of my bedroom. I'm like, oh dear, have mercy on my soul. You know, it's been a rough week, but I got to go to Italy and Nashville, so it was all right.
You got to go to
that's
Italy?
Stacy. She's a
Yes, let's talk about that.
Oh, that lady, she's a liar though. I don't know about this.
Okay, but you need to connect the dots.
Okay,
How
kids. So here's
how
my.
did you get to Italy?
So here's my week. So a very nice loving friend of mine decided that I was too fat and it was time for me to get healthy, and got me a treadmill. Thank God. And so it finally came. That got me expert delivery service because they knew if I had to put it together, it would just sit there for the rest of my life. So it came, got put together, and I got on this thing, and it was like beginner, whatever, and it has a whole screen, and you can watch it, and it takes you places, right?
What's the program?
So it takes
called?
you. I don't know, iFit or something.
Right. So they got what, videos or something?
Yeah, the videos, and it's different people, and they take you like all over the world, and then the machine goes up and down with whatever path they're taking or whatever, like in Nashville, we were on some pedestrian bridge. So if they're going upstairs, like the machine like goes up crazy. So it says the beginner thing, and it says this walk through Italy, through the state walk or whatnot, and it's from one village to another on like a cliff, a bluff, through wineries on this stone path.
Well, that's kind of steep,
nice
isn't it?
walk.
So what are you seeing?
So you're seeing like the ocean and just this beautiful countryside of Italy. What they didn't tell me was that for a fat person, it wasn't nobody's walk. It was a run.
Wait, hold on.
And then
this
I'm
is the
pushing the button to
treadmill?
make it slow
Yes.
down. Yeah.
It comes with a video?
Yes. And then like, so I'm not prepared. Yeah, and the lady's talking to you. She's like, come on, you can do it. She's like, I know our last workout was a lot, but we're going to take it easy. We got to get up to these RPMs or RPGs. I don't know. I can't remember what it was.
What does it do?
And she's like, we got to do it.
Wall or something?
No, there's a big old,
I'm
it's bigger than my iPad. There's a screen. This thing is taller than I am. You know what I'm saying? So it's in my bedroom. It's bigger than my bed, king size bed. It's a huge Nordic track. It's a $2,000 machine. Massive.
I'm like, do you need Oculus
massive treadmill? Like,
wait, Kelly, is that like the thing that you
basically?
Yeah. So basically, what happens is, there's a screen like the size of an iPad or bigger, and you choose the workout that you want to do. So you can do the old style manual where you're in charge of your own destiny. The faster, the slower, the incline, the decline. When you choose a pre-recorded video, they actually have a full camera team that follow these people for real in Italy, right? You got the master guru exercise person who is literally where Jeffrey just said, motivating you. But not only that,
on the
as
path,
they're walking
and she's
upstairs,
like, come on,
walking,
and people are staring at you. It's awkward.
So if the path goes up, your treadmill goes up. If she starts
and
walking
at one point,
faster, your treadmill starts going faster.
Yeah, it don't tell you.
You don't touch anything with no warning.
I didn't know.
Jesus.
It told me a walk. I didn't know I was going to be running. It said walk. I wasn't prepared. It was false advertising.
I feel like I could get
And then
hurt
it
on
starts
that.
all of a sudden going up. And I wasn't. And then it's like, she's like, okay, get your hands going. So, of course, my dumb tush. I'm like, okay, I'll get my arms going, right? And it starts going at the biggest incline it can. And I'm like, I'm barefoot. I didn't bring my mountain shoes. I took my pajama pants off because they're long. So I'm in boxers. I'm like, please don't let anybody come in. I'm like hoofing it up this hill, trying to get up these stairs.
Barefoot.
It was traumatic.
On a treadmill.
Barefoot on a treadmill.
You're gonna be all chafy and blistered.
On this big old incline, this thing, and then all of a sudden she's like, "We're down the stairs," and the thing's just like, "Ew." And then she starts speeding up, and I'm like, "Oh!" And I'm holding on for dear life, so I'm trying to let go, and I'm like, I have no balance, so I'm like, looking like a freaking waddling penguin. It was so humiliating. I gotta hold on. I can't be the person that's not holding on
around?
The treadmill.
I think you need to
Did they
film
get
a
to watch?
session for
Did
next
anybody
week.
No,
get to
they were
watch?
sleeping. No, I put the they were in bed, and then I did it again this morning. This morning I went to Nashville,
Daddy,
but I did it.
Are you dying?
James like, Daddy, can I do the treadmill now? Can I do the treadmill now? I said, no, it's dangerous. I said, this is a death trap. I said, they lied to you. They tell you they're going to take you on a nice walk and end up being a run. I'm like, they lied. and it just, I wasn't prepared. And Kelly told me, she's like, keep it on, do like 10 minutes and keep it at, but she said, keep it under a 2. This chick today put it at a 2.5. I wasn't ready. I'm like, it was a whole bunch. So it was a thing, but it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It really wasn't too much. It was nice. I'm glad I have it, and I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see where else I get to go. Highly recommend it. Thank you, Nordic Trek.
Well,
but that's Stacey Clark. I don't know about her.
You know,
yeah, I get to see the world right from the comfort of my bedroom.
Literally, exactly. And, you know, get a little workout on the side.
Yeah. And they got a nice soundtrack. They got a little music playing in the background. I heard some cool songs. I was grabbing my phone like, oh, what's this? It was nice.
Very nice.
See if I can lose some weight, huh?
So
get my face thin.
Bryen, something big happened in your life last night. You want to tell us about that?
Oh my goodness. So we finally decided to put Bryer, he's about 6 months now. So we decided he can roll over and everything. So all by himself, he can roll back, forth, everything, lift his head up, all that. So we're like, it's time to go in the crib. So we put him in the crib, and I didn't wake up until about 7:30 this morning, which is, that hasn't happened since he came home from the hospital.
Right. So did you feel great, or did you feel drunk? Like that, you know, when you get too much sleep,
I felt
your
confused.
Confused. Like your brain's like, what just happened?
Well, I was confused because normally when I wake up, he normally wakes up between about 3:30 and 4:30.
So there was daylight.
It's dark.
Right.
Yeah, so when I woke up this morning, there was daylight. So I was like, who's that? What's
Whose
happening?
life is this? Right. So we don't want to jinx it, but you're feeling pretty good.
No. Yeah, I'm feeling good, but it's only one night. So
cautious.
Yes, yeah. Because he actually did do this one time before. He didn't sleep the full night, but he slept like 6 hours. And we were like, oh yeah, he's going to sleep through the night now. I'm going to get to go sleep in my own bed again.
No. Don't ever buy into that. So
yeah, he made it through the night last night, and it was fantastic.
Congratulations, Dad.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That is a great feeling. So that would give you actually the number 1 emoji, right?
Oh yeah.
Yay.
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing.
Usually it's the crying emoji.
Right. Now it's tears of joy. Now it's like disbelief and joy. Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Is this really happening to me right now?
So is the crib in the same room, or is it another room altogether?
Well, we have a nursery, but we have a queen size bed in the nursery, so I just sleep in the bed and the crib's like in the other side of the room.
Oh, so you have like hybrid rooms.
Yeah, so like I'm still in the same room as him, but we're not in the same bed.
Okay.
I had him in the same bed before because I don't really roll. I have sleep apnea, so I have to wear like a CPAP machine. So I'm pretty much
stationary.
Like, yeah, exactly. So I don't roll very much.
That's cuddly.
Can you do that one more time, please?
Yeah, freeze that. Like, take a picture of that, please. I want that one. Like, that might be my favorite image of you ever, Bryen. It's like, yeah, no. So, like, speaking of that, we touched on this a little bit last week with parenting. Like, so we totally have hybrid sleep situations in our house. Like, as an adult and parent of a young child, how many different places in your house can you sleep at any point in time? Like, where are there surfaces? You've got the queen size bed in the nursery. Where else can you sleep?
I've slept on the floor in the playroom.
Yeah, that's not real sleep. I'm talking about like intentional places that an adult can sleep. Do you have any other places? You have your own room, right?
Oh, well, yeah.
All right, so that's 2.
Yeah, we have our own room. No, that's the couch, I guess.
All right, so you have 3. Dana, what about you?
Oh, they're all over the place. I've intentionally slept on the floor. The couch is actually one of the more comfortable places I've slept. You've got my bed. There's beds everywhere. I mean, I think the kitchen dining room, it's hard to sleep in.
Yeah.
I've done it. I've done it at the kitchen table. Yeah, I mean, sleeping. Yeah,
But
I try to do the bed.
That's a unique young parent thing, I think, or you're just like, you cannot have too many opportunities to sleep.
Yeah, for real.
Like, I mean, Dana, Jeffrey, you've been to our house. Like, every room that's not a room to eat or watch well, even TV. Every room that you can't eat in, you can sleep in our house. And that's by design.
Well, especially Andy.
Yeah. I mean, narcolepsy.
Yeah, I like to
That's
sleep.
probably his, like, he, like, covertly installed all these resting surfaces. He's like, I'm going to need one here and over here.
I can never have to walk more than 10 feet without a place to lay down.
Does he really have narcolepsy?
Oh, yeah, he for real does.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we joke about it because we love him.
Can you, like, take medication for that or something?
His is not severe enough, and he discovered it early enough in his life. He's been managing it for like the last 30 years. So the funny story about that is he suspected he had it in like high school, college, but they wouldn't do a test for it. And then he didn't have great insurance in his 20s, and they're like, nah, you don't have narcolepsy. And it wasn't until he got a government job with great insurance where he was able to actually go for a sleep study. They're like, oh, yeah, dude, you totally have narcolepsy. He's like, see? That's what I've been telling you. Like, my family's been mocking me out. My friends make fun of me because, I'll just fall asleep.
That's exactly what happened to me with sleep apnea. Like, it took me forever to get diagnosed because I don't meet any of the physical criteria for it. Like, I'm not overweight. My neck's not a certain inches or whatever.
Right. Well, that's, a big problem in medicine. I mean, total tangential issue, but so many times they like the things that they look for with certain diseases and illnesses were stereotyped 50 years ago. Right?
Oh, yeah.
We weren't looking at racial issues. We weren't looking at gender differences. So it's so specific. And they're like, oh, well, that doesn't meet the criteria. And so many people, I think, go misdiagnosed because of that,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, you really have to be your own advocate. So, yeah, I know we're off on a tangent, but yes, Andy does for real have narcolepsy.
Yeah, I was a squeaky wheel.
I don't think I would ever want to get diagnosed with, like, sleep apnea. I can't think of a more peaceful way to just die. I mean, it can happen. I'd just be like, well, I'm a ghost now. How'd that happen? Oh, there I am right there. Okay. Well,
damn that apnea.
Hey.
This is what I love about Dana. Like,
that's great.
We never get to the point where you cease to amaze me and get me to do one of these. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, again, here's my emoji.
Yeah. Well, seriously though.
To be honest with you, like I have no idea that I even have it. Like it's more scary for the people that are in the room with me than it is for me.
Right. So is that how it would, like, your partner or your husband or whoever, somebody like basically said to you, dude, you stop breathing?
Well, actually, years ago, I was over at a friend's house who happened to be a nurse, and we were watching TV, and I fell asleep on the couch, and he woke me up, and he was like, "Do you know you have sleep apnea?" And I was like, "What?" And he said, "You stopped breathing like 3 different times on my couch. I actually watched you sleep the last time." And I was like, "Okay, that's kind of creepy, but
yeah."
But he's like, "No, you really
You've
do.
always
You
stopped sleeping
breathing.
while you.
But you never told me
always
that.
done that.
You ain't. Oh, I swear.
Good for. Oh,
Ting.
It was you.
It was
Bryen
me.
this time for his
$1 in a jar. $1 for the food pantry. $1 for the food pantry.
I'm keeping
How do I put it in the jar?
text tally.
oh, yeah. No. Oh, I'm supposed to get my marker out about that. But I mean, you guys have been so good. I haven't even had to use it.
Damn me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does that count?
Gee
I don't think
golly.
that counts.
Gee golly. Gee whiz, Bryen.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna turn into Leave It to
Bryen,
Beaver.
we have had people come out of the woodwork. I have had people message us that I have not talked to in 20 years after they watched the show last week. I was like, all right, okay. Just saying.
You're like, oh,
Yeah.
Hi, kids.
Yeah, oh, sleep apnea. So yeah. Anyways, I ended up like advocating for myself, and the doctors, like I said, wouldn't do it. And then finally, I said, if I don't have sleep apnea, I'll pay for it myself. Like I'll pay the $4,000, even though I was like, I don't know where I'm coming up with this money, but so they did it, and I actually have pretty like severe sleep apnea.
So I actually think Andy might have that as well. I wish I had it in arm's length, but he picked up a book for us for Christmas. I think it's called Breathe, and it's like the lost art of whatever. And he started reading it, and it has all this important stuff. We can talk about it in another show about the importance of learning how to breathe and breathe properly. And apparently most snoring occurs through your mouth. So after Christmas, he starts reading this book, and I discover my husband wearing, in his sleep, duct tape across his mouth.
No.
And one of those nose.
No.
Yeah.
To teach himself to breathe through his nose.
Thank you, Bryen.
Yeah.
But as a spouse, when you discover a roll of duct tape on the nightstand, and you know it wasn't used on you.
Yeah, so that would be hard to explain to the cops. He duct taped his own mouth.
Or your children. Or your children. So that
and he didn't say anything to you about it ahead of time.
No.
Like, well, I'll just let this be a surprise.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Then he modified it, right? He's like, so apparently full mouth is a little too much. So he's like, you know that Gorilla Tape we have, the black Gorilla Tape? I said, yeah. He goes, well, I figured out after my first disturbing discovery, he cuts a narrow patch of it and attaches it from here to here. So now it looks like Hitler. And I'm just going,
this dude.
This is for health and wellness. Okay.
Well,
all right.
Bless his heart.
I feel like there's got to be an easier way to.
Well, he's experimenting. You know, maybe on another show we can talk to him about his trials with that and how that's going. But I'm just saying, it's just not a thing you want to wake up to in the middle of the night.
Do they recommend? Is that like something they said in the book?
No.
They were like, hey, if
Go
you're
ahead
feeling frisky, try this. Advanced users only. Like, was it just of his own invention? Like he was just like, wait, I have an ingenious way to make this even better.
It's that. It's that, Dana. And there was no discussion as a family or, the kids were a little.
I get stuffy at night. I would die. Like I'd be the idiot that would suffocate to death because I wouldn't be able to breathe through my nose. And
that's the whole reason I snore, especially if I have a drink. Ugh.
Well, that's why he was doing those breathe strips.
Could you imagine the kids finding me?
Do those work?
Yeah, they do. Breathe right strips are great. Try them. Or just get some duct tape.
Well, I can't because I wear the thing. But...
Oh, right. Yeah, forget that.
Yeah, I can't wear those.
Maybe I'll order some and let you know.
Holy cow. So we were supposed to talk about our emojis. I mean, by the way, this
dude could move curtains.
Oh, Bryen?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like we'd come back from the club and I mean, it was him and I'd be one under the couch.
So you knew.
I'd be on the other. Yeah, but I was doing the same thing. That's the thing. He's got the mask. I don't. So I'm going to die before him. But it's okay because he gets my kids. I'm fine with it. Good luck.
He gets my kids.
You guys were sawing wood in opposite directions. Oh, my God.
There was no furniture left in the room. We sucked it all in.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Holy.
And that's why we never cared because we didn't. You know what I mean? We could sleep in the same room because we were both snoring. So it would
we couldn't hear each other.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever? All right. Have you ever done this? Like where you snore so hardcore, it smashes the uvula around in the back of your throat so hard you wake up the next day and it's like the size of a grape and you can barely talk?
No, that's never happened.
Wow.
Gotcha beat.
Gotcha beat.
I'll do the thing where
I'd have to like suck on an ice cube to get it to go back to regular size.
Does salt water help?
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad. It happens to me if I lay flat on my back and fall asleep, it's inevitably going to happen, and it just smashes around in there and gets huge.
Can we all look at Jeffrey right now?
I feel like there's more to this story than we're hearing.
I do too.
I'm just saying.
I
feel like
well, he just keeps
there's a
hearing
gay
his
club
uvula
involved
smashed
and some drag queens. I don't know.
No, I mean that's just your frame of reference and your experience. It's not Dana's. It's not Dana's. But
Once upon a time at a back.
I don't know.
How we got this way? Okay. Mm-hmm.
How we ended up here. How Dana ended up here was
I was just sharing a little bit about.
It was that one night at it was St. Patrick's Day, and we were drinking whiskey at Ichiban. We saw.
Oh yeah, the thing that was like a volcano. It was like some kind of tiki volcano fire dragon island thing. Oh my god, I remember that.
Well, we were at Ichiban and we were celebrating St. Patrick's Day. And we asked the waitress, we were like, well, you know, what shot would you do? So she came out with her kind of shot. We were like, okay.
She did like a river of smoke around it. It was. It was.
Is it one of those big fishbowl things?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, you guys tell your story, but then I want to back up and ask how you say, gee, it's St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to go to a Japanese steakhouse.
Yeah.
No, because all right, so he had this
especially when you
bartender
live
that he
so
really
close to
liked.
Bryen Hill.
Who was that bartender? He was following a bartender. Like that's what he was doing there.
Okay, all right, that makes a little bit more sense because I don't wake up and go, you know, because I think St. Patrick's Day. I'm thinking like, you know,
no, there was a group of like 15
hibachi.
of us that used to go out, and we would only go to happy hours, right? Because we don't like a patch bar. So, and we had a bartender who was really great. This place made a lot of money off of us for a long time. They got rid of him, so we went with him. We followed him. You know, we'd go anywhere he went.
So
and he went to the Japanese steakhouse.
So, all right, okay.
yeah. So
he was always
the Japanese steakhouse, they loved us. They had a great time with us. They loved when we'd come in. They were like, hey, they're the gays and the big ones. They like to eat and drink. Come on. They'd clear the bar out. They'd tell people. They would tell people they got to go sit. They got to make room for us. It was great. We were VIPs. It was nice.
They got to make
room. It was a good time. But Kelly, you want to go back to the beginning of what today is?
Well, speaking of
celebrations,
why else would you go to Dana? Hey, we've gone to Ichiban for other reasons. Do you remember when? Celebrations of
birthday. My birthday.
Yeah.
I think it was my birthday. We've been with multiple birthdays. Usually I let the kids pick for my birthday because their favorite thing is like for the grown-up birthdays, it's usually just like your present is where do you want to go for dinner?
Right.
And then, but I don't really care where I go. So I just like, kids, where should we go? And so we always go to Ichiban because that's what they like to go to the hibachi. They like to watch the guys flipping the things.
That's fun, man.
Yeah. They love that.
Yeah. So we are going to talk about birthdays today because Jeffrey.
Because it's.
Yeah. Dana, what is today?
Today's Banana's birthday.
It is. So 10 years ago today, I became a parent.
Wow.
Well, I mean, 10 years ago and however many months before that, you know. Yeah. So, and
that's awesome.
On cue, she's freaking
practicing
the oboe.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So if I get up and walk away, folks, it's because we have to have a chat with the big girl, 10-year-old who decided to play the oboe now. But, yeah.
The oboe.
Yeah.
You got to tell her, listen, I know it's your birthday. Happy birthday, and LP. I love you. But Wednesdays for this hour, honey, even though we're airing on Mondays, we tape on Wednesdays. Sorry to burst your bubble. Surprise!
She wanted to be on the show tonight. And I'm like, we're good, you know. But, yeah, so 10 years ago today.
We don't have a talent section yet.
We don't. We can work on that.
She'll have a full-on choreographed routine ready, don't you? 10 minutes. She'll be like, I got to prepare. And then she'll have something. I swear to God.
Yeah. That's Anna. Absolutely. So.
Oh. Just
Yeah.
wait.
So we're gonna
Dana's
talk a little
birthday's
bit-
the next one. We're gonna have a drag show for his birthday. I got a Brianna coming.
Who?
Oh, hey, hold on.
Oh, hi. What do you got there?
Oh, what's happening?
What are you getting? Aww.
She's coming.
Yay.
I'll just go like this. I'll move them up. It'll be like South Park.
This is a thing I don't know.
What
Oh,
now?
I used to do drag years.
Oh, I never.
She did.
So
It was a very
helpful that I'm in the dark, and so are our listeners. So could we?
Ta-da!
I like to drop
Oh.
surprises.
If I could remember where my yearbook is, I got a couple of those I could pull out for you.
I don't have any of those pictures, thank goodness. We're just gonna pretend those don't exist.
How do you not?
Wait, hold
No,
on. I
he
have
does.
one.
That was not for real.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Look at he's like, do I? I don't know what to do right
I
now.
sent you one the other day.
That wasn't yours. That was Madison's. Thank you. So Bryan, yeah. So I don't know what you're talking. You can't show. How you gonna show that?
Oh, I didn't say it was my picture. I'm just saying I have a few of you.
Oh. Well, I don't notice. Okay.
I don't think none of them
So,
are mine.
Bert-
I stole them all.
I just oh shoot. So with Anna's birthday, it kind of made me think. I don't know about you guys, but what were your birthdays like as children? Were they good, bad, in between?
Well,
How
did you celebrate?
what was happening?
Did you celebrate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or were
I
you
don't
like
know.
Jehovah's Witnesses and didn't do anything?
Oh, geez. Mine were terrible. Like, I remember as a kid, I was super lonely. Like,
Oh.
I didn't. Most of my birthdays were just like me and my mom and my dad, and then there would be a fight, and then I would just be like in the kitchen eating ice cream and cake, and my parents would be like screaming at each other in the other room. And I remember one time I was like, I want a birthday at the Y. I want a pool party. And like, so I was real excited. My mom got invitations and I brought them to school and gave them out. And like out of 25 kids, like 3 of them showed up. And I was like, I just felt so crappy. Like, I'm like, well, I guess I can still swim in the pool. And then like one of the kids, he had like an ear infection or something and he couldn't even swim.
So like,
Oh my God.
what's worse, like not having a
Yeah.
birthday party or having one where like
Wait a
Oh.
second.
literally no one came?
Wait a
They
second.
were-
That kid was a good friend.
Yeah, they were. Well, I was like, I'd say it was probably 4th grade, 5th grade. So I mean, it was like your parents are. They're like, I can drop you off and go shopping, probably. So yeah, it was.
So did anybody do big birthday parties? Because I didn't. Mine were all family. Like so Jeffrey, big Italian family. My family, small, like there wasn't I never had a kid's birthday party. Okay. It was always just like, mom makes your favorite meal and close family, if they're available, can come by, So that's how I grew up. That's what my expectation has always been. I'll ask y'all later how that's affected how you parent and how you view birthdays. But so Jeffrey, yours wasn't like that. What did you have?
Insanity. It was, you had like the family party and then you had the school party. So unfortunately, Dana, we had the Y party. It would bounce between the YMCA and like Riva, and you'd invite the whole class.
Lucky.
But we were, I was thinking about this so earlier, and I'm like, you know what? I don't remember anybody else in this class. I don't remember going to anybody else's parties. I'm like, so was I just that loser that everybody came to my birthday party, but I didn't get invited to any? You know what I mean? What'd I say?
No,
Man.
Bryen
What'd I
said
say?
that. She's 2 for 2. You said nothing. You were all good. I hated to interrupt you, but it was Bryen again dropping the beat.
Sorry.
Yes,
Sorry.
But yeah, like the whole class. I mean, we had a weird group. Like we were kind of tight knit. So yeah, we'd have like the school party. and then the family party. So it was kind of overkill and overdone. The thing though that for birthdays that sticks out, I did piano lessons with Chris's mom, Mrs. Odessa, who was our music teacher in elementary school, who also my grandmother released a single of 45 in the 70s, and the music teacher did backup for my grandmother. So me being the little spoiled jerk of a kid that I was would be like, you did backup for my grandmother. And this woman had to deal with
you owe me
however many years.
Dude,
right. And then she had to teach.
You guys have never met this woman. She's like a Lebanese / Italian mom mixed with Bette Midler and cocaine.
Yeah.
There was something like she had this gravelly voice that you could hear every bomb that dropped out of it from like half a mile up the road. Oh man.
And my grandmother would say she could sing "Turn the Beat Around" better than Gloria Estefan, or not Gloria Estefan, the original
Gloria
singer,
Estefan.
Whoever it was.
Esteban.
No, she wasn't the original singer. It was like
there was an original, but I don't remember who it was. Yeah.
Yeah. She's a great singer.
See, Bryen, that's what happens when.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so she was a great singer, and I loved her. But so that for the birthday, whatever, the one year my mother, like, I was doing piano, taking piano lessons to do a recital, and I got the present outside of the party, and I needed a keyboard because I needed to practice, right? And I get this keyboard, and it's this little keyboard.
Oh, it's not even a full-size Yamaha. It's just like a little,
No.
Like the little dinky one.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't fit my fat fingers on the keys, right? And I was mad. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was very upset about it. I'm like, what do you want me to do with this?
I was gonna say, did you?
No, I didn't smash everything. No, but I was like, what do you want me to do? Like, what am I gonna do? How am I supposed to practice on this? Like, what do you want me to do with this? And Joyce was like all very upset and like crying about it. She's like, well, you make me feel bad. Well, why would you even get me this? I'm supposed to practice for piano on this? Like, this is like
go on a diet.
Like, this is like for a little kid to play on. You know what I mean? Like,
how
this
do you
is not
get
something.
mad at a kid for reacting like that? The kid's like,
But this is like the thing that was.
Like, how does a mother even fat shame your kid's fingers by buying a too small keyboard?
But it wasn't like, I don't think she even thought of it. You know what I mean? She's like, well, it was I remember her distinctly.
Was it an actual
saying it was
keyboard?
$100? And it could have been.
Remember the little
I
guys
guess.
that were
Yeah.
like
I mean, it had like
one of those.
It had. Yeah, and it had like the music on, like everything a full size keyboard would have, but it was just like half the size, not even really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was like something you would do this with. You know what I mean? You can't. You couldn't sit there and play. So it was like, what am I gonna? I can't.
Yeah.
How am I gonna practice? You know, it wasn't No, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't practical, and it was like the first that I can remember of like that's birthdays after that just went like that's how the gifts went. And that's when I started. I was like, please, I don't want gifts. Don't buy me anything, because you know what I mean? Like, she'd buy me ski gloves. Do I look like a person that goes skiing? Why? I don't wear ski gloves. I want to be able to use my fingers.
Wait.
Do I look like a person that wears tube socks?
Tube socks.
What? Do you know me at all, Mom? Like, do you pay attention to me at all? Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't really about the gift. You know what I'm saying?
No, right. It was about her thing. Yeah.
It was about her not caring.
I wasn't. Yeah, to me, yes. For me, that's what it was about. But I wasn't at the age articulate enough to say like, "This." Well, you want me to? And that's when I was done. And I was done with piano at that point. I did not. I dropped out. I didn't do piano after that because I was like, "What? Like, you bought that? You thought this was a good idea? You're paying for piano lessons, and this is what you want me to practice on?
You actually want me to bring this in there,
right?
Like, how? You know what I mean? Like, I would just like, and I understand. Like, I don't know.
when you buy somebody a gift, though, like the point of the gift that makes you feel good is that you're getting them something that they would want.
Well, that's
Like,
a whole
the
other
point of the
question.
gift.
That's actually a question I want to ask you guys after Bryen tells us about what your how do you remember birthdays as a kid?
My birthdays were kind of similar to yours. Like my mom always cooked us whatever we wanted. We didn't have like a lot of money, so we didn't do
Me
like
neither.
big parties.
Right,
We didn't do
yeah.
big parties. We didn't go out to eat. I remember like maybe a couple times because my cousin's birthday was a couple days before mine. We'd have like joint parties at like the bowling alley or whatever.
Right.
One in particular though, because my birthday's in November, I remember that there was like an ice storm, and like literally nobody showed up to my birthday. Like nobody, not my grandmother,
Bryen.
nobody.
Oh, no.
Bryen. All right,
And so
Bryen, time out. My birthday's in May, and my 30th birthday, the exact same thing happened.
It snowed.
There was going to be like 40 people were supposed to show up, and there was going to be like those big like human-sized hamster balls, and we're going to have a cookout and everything. It snowed, and like everybody was like, "Nah."
I'm going to say I wasn't invited. I wasn't invited.
I invited like everybody. Nah.
I didn't know about it.
My birthdays are cursed, but go ahead. It just the
oh
ice
no,
thing.
just that one. But I think my mom was like, I was like consoling my mom. My mom like felt so bad, like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, like, and I'm like, it's okay, it's all right.
Yeah, like what are you gonna do?
My big thing
Yeah, it
was
was nice.
like,
I don't know.
I could have 1 or 2 friends come over for a sleepover after we did the family thing.
Yeah.
You know, we do family dinner. I mean, because the other thing is birthdays are rarely, I hate to say this as a parent, but they're not at a convenient time.
Yeah, no.
Only, you know, once every however many years do they actually land on a weekend. What the, hell,
really.
what the hell do you do on a Wednesday night?
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Still all the other stuff is going on, you know? So so I guess that was my next question is, I guess it's a 2-parter. Like, how is it affected as a parent? I mean, Bryen, you haven't really had to deal with this yet, but kind of meshing. Like, so we have the birthdays that we had as kids, right? And then we get married or we're in relationships with other people, kids are involved. And it's very rare that 2 people have the same idea of what a birthday celebration should be. Right? Dana knows what I'm talking about. Like, Dana, for real though. Dana. Like, no, I mean, and you wouldn't think this would be. This isn't even a thing people talk about before they get married.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like a holy on myself experience where you're like, wait a minute, why didn't we talk about this? How should birthdays be celebrated? Because I mean, very different ideas. I mean, are we renting out the hall?
Oh yeah, like I'm just kind of like, you know, like my family, whereas Joe's like wants to, you know, rent out McDonald's or whatever. Like, and I'm like, is really?
That's so trashy in 2022.
No, not.
I'm just gonna say.
No, I'm just saying.
No, he's just saying like
I'm
the
just
whole.
Saying he wants to go really big, like rent out the whole YMCA or something. Like,
listen, I could just see them wanting to rent out McDonald's, so I'm just saying.
I
love you, Joe, but I'm just saying I could see him doing it.
He's filling in the blank.
I love it. I'm making it. I'm getting through. I'm doing it. I'm making it through this whole episode without slipping once.
I know. Right now we've got, I didn't say it, but I was close. I'm giving myself 1 there. But yeah, no, I mean, like my husband's family is huge. And because they're very prolific, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of Andy's family and a lot of children and grandchildren and nieces and nephews and aunts and uncles. And the family tree is huge. So what they finally decided on is like benchmark birthdays, get a big deal. But a lot of them were born in the same year. So the weird thing about Anna was she was one of 5 born in the same year. She was the first one. Okay. She was born in January, and then 4 more came after her. So we joke about that year. So it was 2012, and it was the 5 born A to Z. Anna was the A in January, and Zara was born in December with the Z.
Wow.
and there are 3 in between. So, but that is exactly how his family is, right? They procreate well. So there's lots of birthdays. And for me, only child growing up, very small family. Like, I don't have a family tree. I have like a stunted shrub that gets like pruned on the regular.
Nice shrub.
It's a nice shrub. I mean, it's solid at its core and it's very good what's here, but it didn't grow a lot, you know? So I wasn't used to this whole thing where I'm like, you know, and it happens every big event. So, we've got 10 people who are turning this age. We've got, you know, we've got 4 that are turning sweet 16. Oh, the next year they're graduating high school. And so they rent out entire halls. And it's beautiful and lovely, but for somebody like me with social anxiety and who doesn't like the people very much, it's very overwhelming. It's not what I came from. Like, where's my little Debbie cake? Or, you know, what were those cakes? It wasn't little Debbie. You could buy them in the freezer section. That was my birthday cake. It wasn't even something homemade.
Oh, like the Reese's, like the carnival cakes?
Or no, that was after that. It was before that. It was some chick's name.
Friendlies?
I can't remember. I'll have to remember what they were. But it was a little cake, and that's all we had. And that was it. Yeah, Sara Lee. Yes.
Nobody doesn't like Sara Lee.
It was a Sara Lee cake. It was a Sara. We didn't have Wegmans nearby. It was a Sara Lee cake. It was the 3 of us, and that was it. His family has 100+ people showing up, and they rent a hall with a fireplace and a kitchen and folding chairs and tables and the whole 9 yards.
Wow.
Yeah, and this happens at least. I mean, it happens at their 1st birthday. Probably happens at their 5th birthday, their 10th.
See, I think that's good for
12th.
like big birthdays.
I know, but what do you define as big? So we got 1, we got 10, we got 13, we got 16, we got graduate. So like by the time they graduate high school, they've had at least like 7 of these big events where you
and then they really slow down.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, then you go to like 5
cousins,
or 10 years,
and that's how we did it for everybody's every year until everything stopped. Everybody's.
It's wonderful to have everybody get together and see each other, but it pushes me out of my comfort zone. Like,
but we were a family that was together like every Sunday. We all got together and did dinner.
Right.
In a trailer.
Mm.
Okay.
A double wide
so
or just like a regular?
No, it was a single wide. And my grandmother would be like, but it's made with real wood. All right, girl.
Wow.
All right. It's the longest one in the park. Okay, girl. It's still a trailer.
Girl, she's got to hang her hat where she can, bitch. Damn
she
it.
Ain't hanging
there's
in
another one.
She ain't hanging in nowhere no more.
I got to work on that.
So far, it's the B word that's really racking it up, I got to say. So, all right.
I mean, is that really a cuss?
Keep talking about birthdays. I have to go deal with an oboe. I'll be right back.
Okay.
It was about me. It was about me dropping the F bomb.
So what did I guess we'll talk about what if we switch over, like we talk about what happened when we were kids, like what our birthdays were like then. Like what about you guys? Like Bryen, what did you do for your birthday when you were like growing up? Like what was like your 21st birthday like, or like I don't know, like when you turned 30, what was that birthday like?
Joe threw me a pretty nice birthday party for my 30th, but other than that, my birthdays are just kind of like, you know, we might go to dinner, we might not. Sometimes Joe has to work. I don't know. It's not always. I
mean, like when you were kids and stuff.
Oh, when I was a kid.
Like, well, I mean, like when you were like 20, 18, 21, like when you'd have like your friends around, like that you picked.
Well, yeah, I was going out a lot more, so yeah, we would go out or do something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it was. I never had like big over the top birthdays or anything like that. No. But I always do something special for myself.
What was like your favorite thing that you would just get yourself? Like what was that thing? Like you'd be like, all right, yeah, my birthday's come up, I'm gonna do the thing. What was the thing? Did you have a thing?
Can you say it on? Can you say it on air? Yeah, Can you say it on air?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Jeffrey.
No, well, I mean, or Jeffrey. I don't know. Like, it's like my birthday's coming up. I'm
What's
gonna
your
get
perfect
myself
Oh,
ice cream cake. I'm gonna get myself
or I'm going to go do. What are you going to do on your? What's your perfect birthday?
Yeah.
me eating. I like ice cream, cake.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bitch
Like,
eating.
Wait, okay, but there's 24 hours in the day. So, all right, Bryen, like, let's do the perfect day for you. How many of those hours are you sleeping?
For my birthday?
Yes.
Actually, to be honest, on my birthday, I like to get up early in the morning.
Okay, so you don't want to miss a moment.
No.
All right.
I usually stay up till midnight too.
All right, so you're like, yay, it's my
Oh,
day.
I celebrate my birthday for like
a week.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
But nobody else has to. I don't care.
No. But you have that
It's
joy
about
about
me.
it.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
okay.
about me.
So walk us
Yeah,
through
you're
your
like,
choices.
I'm gonna go to the store and get a carrot cake for me.
Yeah,
Right,
whatever.
right?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk us through your choices. So all right, we stay up, we hit midnight, and we're like, yeah, it's my birthday. And then we get up early and yeah, it's my birthday. And then what do you do?
Before I had kids or no?
Yes. Oh yeah. Before that.
Oh, before I had kids, I'd always go out and like get myself a coffee or something, so I didn't have to make my own coffee. Just stuff like that. Also, like I'd let myself play video games or whatever, whereas I don't have time to do that every day.
Right?
There goes my light. I'd get a light that worked. You know what I mean?
Get for Bryen, like that's not on a timer.
But yeah, no, I don't know, just anything fun.
What about you, Jeffrey? Like, what do you have any like birthday rituals that you like treat yourself with, or that you used to?
Avoid the day as much as possible.
Oh, yeah.
I'm anti.
Why?
I don't. No. It's nothing to do with age or anything. Like I just, it started with that damn keyboard. It started with the keyboard, man.
Is that keyboard?
It started with the keyboard. And then it continued. It just kept going. What I just listen, I just want to be left alone. You know what I mean? Like when people would say, what do you want for your birthday? And you would tell them, this is what I'd like to do. And then they do the exact opposite. It's like, you know what? Just leave me the hell alone. Let me I want to take a bath and read a book and not be bothered. Just leave me alone. That's it. So I don't like to celebrate.
I'm going to get you one of those keyboards that you put over,
oh, the guitar.
I'll kill you.
Yeah.
I'll kill you.
I'll kill you.
No. I've known Jeffrey for 10 years, and that has been the recurrent theme is that I don't think he hates his birthday. He hates the fact that everyone in his life goes above and beyond to do the exact opposite of how he wants to spend the day. And then he's supposed to dig down deep and find gratitude for a bunch of bleep that he never asked for.
Ta-da.
Yeah.
And he's like,
you're not grateful. You don't seem very happy that we threw you a surprise party.
Right. The thing I
didn't want one. I told you.
I didn't
want
that's
one.
Jeffrey's recurrent birthday theme is that people wind up.
I wanted to pay the bills. Instead, Joe just spent $500 we didn't have.
I wanted to pay the bills for my birthday.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, just whatever.
That would have made me happy. Was not being
The
stressed out about.
Right.
Yeah.
But you have had people in your life who do the things that make them feel good about themselves instead of giving you the gift that would make you feel good about the day. Yeah. That's what I've watched be in trouble. For 10 years.
I'm going to be in so much trouble.
Why?
I talked about my ex. I brought him up. I was told
Oh. Yeah, all right, but
never bring him up again.
But he wasn't the only one. Everyone has done that to you, where they made the day about themselves.
I just think, regardless of whether everybody else celebrates it or anything, you should celebrate your day.
Yes, and you should be allowed to do your day.
You know what, though? Honestly, it's not a big deal to me. I genuinely don't even care about it. You know what I mean? And I truly don't like the attention of it. I don't think it's fun. It makes me uncomfortable. So it's not a thing to me. Yeah. I don't. It's just another day. So truly, I really do feel like that, and I always have. Especially as I've gotten older. So
not necessarily the party, but just
not the celebration, but
just taking yourself to do something like getting a coffee or whatever you do.
Yeah, but I don't know. All right. To be fair though, if I go out to a restaurant on my birthday, I will sit through the embarrassing happy birthday for that free ice cream cake or whatever the hell they give you.
I would do, no.
No, dude.
No.
I'll sit through anything for a little free ice cream.
Have you ever seen what they do at Texas Roadhouse?
Yep, the Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah, in the saddle.
Oh man.
What about you, Jana? You're getting out of this a lot scot-free because you had that great face on when we were talking about like two people having different opinions about birthdays. I really would like to hear about that because it looks good.
I don't have good birthdays. It's a real. I don't consider myself a superstitious person, but I could very easily be one by like the occurrences that happen on my birthdays. Is they're like cursed? Like they're really bad stuff happens on my birthday. Like it's not good. You have somebody like. Somebody's like, oh, you're gonna have a birthday party. It's a big one. Let's have a real big party for you. And you're like, I'll give it a try.
Please don't.
I'll give it a try. This is what I want to do. Stuff. So like you go along, but like it's like what you're saying, Jeffrey. Like you try to. I don't know. The thing I always do that's terrible, and it's my own fault for doing it. I can't blame anybody. Like. I'm always like, if somebody wants to do something nice for me, I'm always like, oh, it's the thought that counts. And I use that to push myself through whatever it is that I don't want to do. And just try to be appreciating, like, oh, well, I'm looking at the effort here. This is nice. Somebody cares about me. That's what I want to feel. I want to feel like somebody cares about me. So, like, I don't know. Birthdays are hard because they're rarely.
What would you do if you could do? What would you want to do on your birthday?
I would want it to be like Wednesday or whatever.
Just
or
whatever.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, like I'd like to maybe go out to dinner, like to a restaurant I like or something. But
you don't want it to be like a thing. Okay.
No. Yeah.
No, I understand.
Take me someplace nice to eat.
Yeah, let me sleep in. Take me out to dinner and don't yell at me. That would be the best birthday.
Yeah, like I don't need like a big thing or anything either.
Jana, you just said don't yell at
Don't yell at me.
Oh my god.
That's all
Stop yelling.
That's all I want.
That's all he wants for his birthday. Don't yell at me. Please don't yell at me today.
And don't yell at each other.
And it's like birthdays are just like that though for me. Like every one of them lands bad. You know, I hear about my 21st birthday.
Yeah.
Oh God, my 21st birthday was the worst. I went to Wegmans and it was. I was really excited. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get to show my driver's license and I'm gonna be old enough to have all this beer and stuff. So like I went and I was like calling on my friends and I'm like, hey, it's my birthday. I'm gonna buy a bunch of drinks. You guys want to come over and hang out? And so I go to Wegmans after I get out of work and I pick up this was back at like 20 something years ago. So I spent like $80 on beer and stuff, which was a lot. Like, and I didn't know what to buy. I'm buying like the stuff I was used to drinking at like parties when I was 17. I'm like Miller High Life and some Coors Light and
some Boone's Farm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just like a bunch of crap. And then I went to the liquor store and I got like vodka and like I bought a bunch of like just like soda and stuff.
Mr.
Like
Boston.
Yeah, no. So it was. I had this like giant pile of alcohol, and I show up back at my house, and it's like 5:30, and then it's 6:30, and I start calling people. I'm like, hey, what's everybody doing? Oh, I'm out with the person. I'm doing this. I'm busy. I got to work, and like, so it got to be like 10:30 at night, and I'm like, this is the worst. I'm like, nobody's here. I ended up getting drunk by myself and crying at my mother. It was terrible.
Oh my god!
All right, your next birthday, the four of us are having a pool party at the YMCA with lots of beer.
All my birthdays. I mean, I can get
Kelly's got a heated pool.
Ones.
All right, well that's it. Whatever.
Oh my god! There was the.
We got to make up for some of this stuff.
There was the birthday I found my mom dead. That was a good birthday.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, that was I remember looking at
dude.
somebody, and I think I can't say the name because then I'll be yelled at again. But I'm like, he really might be cursed. That was a bad. Yeah,
Seriously.
that I couldn't.
Yeah,
believe
my
that
birthdays
was
don't
horrible.
go good. And then the hard thing about like having to like rectify my own business with like my kids is like it's hard for me to see the birthdays coming up because I almost kind of freeze up. I'm kind of scared to plan like a party because I don't want like a bunch of kids to not show up and my kids to feel like I felt when I was a kid. Like almost like a little family birthday party is what it is, and everyone's going to show up and it's going to be all right and there's no problems. And then you got those parties where you try to plan a bunch of kids, and I just remember like, wow, all my classmates think I'm awesome, and you're just sitting there by yourself.
That's probably why I'm afraid to plan those too, because I don't think anybody would have come.
But with my kids, they're different than me, and I have to remember that. Like, I push myself through my kids' birthday parties, and I get a little quiet during them. But they're kind of hard for me, like, because I'm always like, the idea of the party just like triggers that like sad kind of feeling. But my kids have a really good time, and like we usually do birthdays at like Champions for Life. It's like they have like gymnastics and stuff there. Like they're not expensive. All the kids love them. Place. They show up and they're like jumping on trampolines and stuff. Cool. And like our kids love that kind of birthday party, and they're easy to do. And it's not super stressful. I think that's always been a big win with like planning the
great place for birthday party.
Yeah, the mess stays there, easy to clean up. You don't have that one person that stays till like forever, and you're like, I want to go to bed, and they're still there.
Time's up. The next birthday party's starting in 5 minutes.
Yep, they give you that time frame, so there's a limit. But yeah, birthdays aren't. They're a tricky son of a bitch. Oh, I got one. I did a thing.
Ta-da!
There it is. I got to swear.
Is Jeffrey the only one who didn't do one today?
He is. So I mean, it worked. I mean, we were doing a study in behavioral modification, and it worked. So just gonna say. We're running over a little bit, but
I'm gonna play the lottery. I'm on a treadmill. I'm gonna quit smoking. I'm gonna stop swearing. I'm gonna get skinny.
Yay! Really pushing it. That's like amazing. Yeah.
I know. Oh no! I quit drinking. What is going on? I don't know.
It's a whole new you in 2022.
I know. I can say it happened before. I even enjoyed Christmas. It's a very weird thing. I don't know.
Hey, we can turn the leaf over.
But listening to Jana, I'm like, oh God, I totally like go the kids' birthday parties and that sad thing. It's I feel that so hard. So hard. I don't do a big thing. I don't let them. I'm like, no, we're not doing this. I don't want it to be a big thing for them.
No, we're not doing.
One of the great things about marrying into Andy's family, though, is that for our kids, we've never had to worry about doing a big kid's birthday party because having his family nearby has always made the party. So, like for example, Anna's birthday, we're going to do what we always do for her birthday this upcoming weekend. We're going to go to his parents' house, which is near a ski resort, and family's going to come and visit and spend the day with Anna. She gets to ski with her cousins. She gets to ski with her dad and her grandparents and do all that and come in and have a cake and celebrate. And that takes a lot of the pressure off of, am I popular? Is somebody going to come to my party? And for that, we are really blessed. That is truly a great thing about marrying into a big family. As much as it may overwhelm me at times, it's been awesome for our kids. It really has. So I didn't get to tell you about my perfect birthday.
Yeah, what's your perfect birthday? You just want to sleep the whole day, don't you?
Well, I'm not sure I've ever allowed myself to imagine it because this is kind of a problem with being an empath and somebody who worries about how everyone around them feels. I never want people putting a lot of effort into my birthday to the point where it stresses them out.
Yeah.
Right? So knowing that my husband is easily stressed by trying to plan things, because I'm the planner of the family, I always give him the pass and say, look, things that will always work. A gift certificate for a massage.
Yes.
make me a coffee first thing in the morning. If the kids want to make me breakfast in bed, great. My birthday is in September. If we can go somewhere where we can go for a hike, enjoy nature, it's a great day. Beyond that, don't plan a party, don't do anything stressful, don't try and cook food. Like
Don't burn the house down.
I mean, he's a great cook. I'm just saying, like, don't add things to your life that's going to make you stressed. That as an empath, I'm going to feel your stress and go, that was all a bad idea. So I just kind of like Dana.
Wasn't it last year?
What's that? What was
Wasn't last year your birthday that he tried to cook for you and like the stove broke or something? Wasn't it your birthday?
Yeah, he was going to cook you something and the stove wasn't hooked up right or something, or he lost the LP. It was like the thing from natural gas to propane, the converter that he lost down inside of it.
Yeah.
He was devastated. I tried to text him like a couple of weeks before what are you doing for a birthday? I tried all my friends' husbands. What are you doing for the birthday? What you got going on? Poor man.
Yeah, so I am not that woman who I don't want my husband to stress out over my birthday. Just like I said, if you can keep me supplied with gift certificates for a massage and, like I said, a coffee and a nice meal, I'm a happy woman.
Yeah, I think we can.
But you gotta want something besides
a
that.
quiet day and a nice dinner is like really that's a home run.
And a great coffee
with all four of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't you like a hotel room like by yourself somewhere else?
Well, I've
with
done
a great
that.
view.
By yourself?
Do you remember Jeffrey a couple of years ago when I ran away for a weekend?
You went to the Adirondacks.
I did. I freaked everyone out. But it was it was in the middle. It was like first year of COVID. It was early October, and they're like, "Is she losing her mind?" I'm like, "No, she's finding her mind." Like I'm doing this for everyone's benefit. I freaked everyone out, but it was a really great experience. It was just time for me to say, you know what? I want to be alone with my thoughts. And here's what I found about that. Hiking was the best thing I could have done because you have to be super aware of every step in front of you so you don't die.
Yeah.
Doing that prevents you from worrying about inane, stupid shit. So if you, like I said, being in nature, you're like, oh, look at these things. Look at that. Oh, look where you're walking. It is, for me, very therapeutic and always been my way to just kind of de-stress and come back as a better person for my family. So, yeah. Wow. And Jeffrey, what are you going to do with all this?
Stacey Clark, man.
She made you feel it. Where'd she take you again?
Italy.
To Italy, man. And then at one part, she was like, go ahead, you lead the way. I'm like, I don't know where I'm going.
I've never been to Italy.
I don't have the camera crew. I don't know.
I don't know where I'm going on this path, honey. All these people are coming at me and they're staring. Oh, it was embarrassing.
They're staring.
So
they were. They're staring at me. I'm in my boxers.
So we're wrapping up our third week here, and am I counting right? Is this our third week?
Yeah, our third week.
It is.
So we got to thank everybody for hanging with us as we ran over. But I mean, this is fun for us. I hope it's fun for others, and that you'll join us again next week, right?
Yeah.
So
we should put it out there. Be like, hey, anybody that wants to leave a comment or something about the video,
yeah, please.
Like, leave a comment about like either your best or your worst birthday. What happened?
Yeah, tell us your stories.
Please.
Yeah, you can actually send if you go on. You can leave it on the YouTube, on Twitter. You can DM us on any of the sites, or send us a private message on Facebook, and we'll bring it up the following week, and we'll let you know if somebody sends something good in. We'll talk about it, especially if you have a crazy story, and I know some of you do. Yeah, and if you have a show topic idea or something you want us to talk about, send it to us and let us know. Just hit us up on any of the socials, and we'll dive into that topic, kids. We're nosy. We like to talk about things.
Because
we're nosy.
Stay on topic, and that is our brand. We wander a bit.
Yeah, well, because you got me with the ADD, man. I don't have the ADHD. I don't like to move, but my brain doesn't like to stand. I like to sit in one place, but my brain like.
I hear that.
Oh, monkeys! It's just saying. But hashtag kids, what's your emoji? Well, this has been fun. How does everybody feel? Good.
Good.
I'm at a 1.
Kids.
I'm at a solid 1. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
Good time.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.